here with a special report on Tron Night for all you movie-loving motherfuckers. Taking its lead from James Cameron, who promoted a little movie of his by the name of Avatar last year. In over 40 countries, for one night only, Disney screened 23 minutes of their new film Tron Legacy, in a global event they aptly called Tron Night.
Sam, I was paged last night. Page came from your dad's office at the arcade. That number's been disconnected for 20 years.
Hey, Dad.
I was lucky enough to get my hands on some tickets for their London Leicester Square screening, so I wanted to share my thoughts on what I saw with y'all who couldn't make it. Before I start, I guess you can tell from my cold goddamn headgear I'm wearing that I love the original film Tron, so I've been eagerly anticipating the sequel since they announced the motherfucker a couple of years ago. But I have to be totally honest here, and admit to being slightly worried when I saw the last Tron Legacy trailer online. If there's one thing I hate, it's bad CGI. And like a lot of people I've spoken to about this, I thought the effects on the aged down Jeff Bridges at the start of the trailer made him look like a character from Grand Theft Auto who had been stung by a blowfish. Frankly, it set off more than a few alarm bells for me. You must have seen it by now, but if you haven't, check this.
Dreaming of this world I thought I'd never see. And then, one day, something happened. Something extraordinary.
What was it?
That's gonna have to wait till next time.
Encom CEO Kevin Flynn.
But you know what? I'm more than happy to say that when it's massive on a cinema screen and in 3D, the special effects actually look fucking awesome. It turns out that this thing just wasn't designed to be seen on the internet in 2D.
Your father, Sam. And I'm very, very happy to see you.
I'm totally bored into the younger version of Jeff Bridges and both characters he plays. Kevin Flynn and the evil program Clue 2.0 were excellent. He's also fantastic as old Flynn, disconnected from the real world, having spent 2 decades imprisoned in his own Tron universe. The footage we saw was mostly expanded scenes from the trailer and started with Bruce Boxleitner's character Alan Bradley talking to young Sam Flynn about a message he received from his missing father. But I think what you really want to know is, what the fuck does the new Tron world look like? Well, it sure as shit ain't as blue as the original film. Now it looks like a cross between The Matrix, Dark City and Blade Runner, and the scope of this universe is immense.
What am I supposed to do?
Survive. Your father was the creator.
Where do I find him?
Make it there alive, and he'll find you. Here they come!
Your move, Flynn. Come on.
There are nasty-ass recognizers flying everywhere, and some programs who are captured would rather commit fucking suicide than submit to playing games on the game grid. Yep, this universe is darker, meaner, and has 100 times more atmosphere than the original. Other scenes we watched, or shot in perhaps the best 3D I've ever seen, show some of the incredible set designs and beautiful characters who inhabit this new expanded Tron world. They all look like supermodels. Well, apart from Michael Sheen,
electrify the boys and girls if you'd be so kind.
who still just looks like Tony Blair in a bad fucking wig. There was a lot to take in. Some excellent game grid action and a fantastic scene where Sam finally finds his father, as well as some sexy as hell shots of the smoking hot Olivia Wilde. But I have to admit that I was a tad disappointed that on Tron Night we didn't get to see any of the clips of the character Tron. But I guess they're saving that as a surprise for when the film comes out. So winding this thing up, on the whole, it was a great experience to share with a movie theater full of excited Tron fans, and Judging by the reaction of the crowd, I can say that Tron Legacy is shaping up to be one of the year's big movies. I'll review this motherfucker in full when I finally get to see it. But for now, I'll say Tron Legacy rocks. Peace.